Okay, so we have Zane here. We have Badman Chief in the Fight Club. And we are looking for opponents. So if you are interested in playing Prepare to Die Edition, definitely throw up your sign, and we'll come find you. All right, we are on DSCM. We're not on any sort of weird mod thing. We are on. Okay, well, we do have some mods, but this isn't like a custom arena or anything. So if you invade, you're free to fight. Right now, it's just me and Zane, apparently. I thought Fisto was around, but I don't see him right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Havel Gauntlets. I'm gonna go this. I should be able to fast roll still. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna give Zane some practice against Mage here. Oof. I thought that would have tagged him. I really thought that would have tagged him. Oh, he got me from there? He got me from there? What? That was some range, Zane. That was huge range with the Balder side sword. That was shocking, to be honest. All right, so I think Fisto might be hosting. So maybe I'll put my sign down and go into Fisto's world. He has a white sign down right now. I guess Fisto doesn't. Wait a minute, what? All right, so we have Fisto and Zane in the Fight Club, guys. This is like beyond an epic Fight Club already, just from these two guys alone. Look, whatever happened in the past, whatever any sort of, you know, subjective analysis aside, objectively, these two are probably two of the best Dark Souls 1 PvPers in existence. Maybe they're not, you know, particularly warmed up right now, which is the reason why we're having these fight clubs to get them back up to speed. But Zane and Fisto are, I mean, they're well known in the community. Let's just say that. And I've seen them play firsthand. Zane kicks my ass all the time, and Fisto I've seen him play firsthand, and Fisto is fearsome indeed. So this is actually, I'm gonna have fun watching this, to be honest with you. You guys can turn Undead on. We could do like a first to 10, or you guys can just do whatever. This is a treat for you guys. Fisto versus Zane. Zane coming in with a BSS build. But what? How is that even possible? How did he find a backstab there? Oh my god, Fisto going in with the CB. A monumental lead here for Fisto. I don't know if Zane can even come back from the Fisto. Sharp roll BS. This is what I'm saying, guys. Fisto is super scary. Fisto is super scary. Truly scary. Very sharp. Like, I don't even know. Oh, he got that? Damn. Ooh, Plague's here too. Okay, so we have enough players. Plague, Fisto, and Zane. So I think we can just run a fight club. I don't really have to fight. I'm gonna see how it goes, but this is already a pretty solid group right now. If you guys are interested in practicing for the tournament that's coming up in about 10 days, on May 11th, we are having another tournament, and it's a Prepare to Die edition tournament. And most of these guys are playing in it. Fisto, Zane, Plague, and it's going to be a pretty big tournament. It's going to be bigger than the one we had the past weekend. It's going to be I'm hoping it ends up being a good one, because I don't know when we'll have another Prepare to Die edition tournament. But I'm glad that people showed up. There's a decent prize pool. I mean, it's not gonna pay your rent or anything, right? But it's gonna, it's gonna get you dinner for sure. Like a nice dinner. Oh, sorry, that's the old challenge. Sorry guys, that's the old challenge. Let me post the new tournament in chat here. Let me just really quickly post that. Sorry about that. Back to the match. Now, the general idea for me is to find enough. Well, okay, the previous tournament actually ended up being more successful than I was expecting, because we were actually able to find a sponsor. And what I'm hoping is that, like these tournaments, the prize pool doesn't have to be that high. I think the prize pool for the previous tournament was $100, right? So if we have, even a few sponsors donating like $10 or something like that for a tournament, we could have these much more often. I wouldn't say that's my goal, but I would love to get to a place where I don't necessarily have to pay for these tournaments out of pocket. That may sound a little bit selfish, but it would allow me to have more tournaments, right? It would allow, like, because right now I do maybe 1, 2 a year, right? And if the cost was offset, then I might be able to do more. Yo, Spades, get in this. You get in this with Zane. Right now we have Fisto and Plague, so it'd be awesome for Spades. This would be the perfect opportunity for Spades to derust, right? Because he hasn't played PTDE in years, right? Definitely the OG PTDE player. I mean, probably, well, okay, Fisto's been around for a long time too, I guess. But a chance for Spades to practice with players he's familiar with, and yeah, I hope these fight clubs and the tournament announcements help make the tournament a success. You're at the bar. All right, dude. Where did Zane go? See, as you can see, Fisto is doing pretty well against Pursuers, right, with CB. And I do believe that Flip CB is the natural counter to this type of fast mage build, right? Because the iframes are so prevalent that it's really hard to hit with anything. Even, oh shit, okay, there's a dark beat hit that doesn't hit very often against the flip cat. Plague putting up a pretty good fight here. Oh, the BS escape though. Is he gonna get the punish? He doesn't. Oh, geez, that's a weird BS. Oh, still Fisto. See, a properly aggressive CB may be a natural counter to the. See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. When someone casts the Pursuers, a running attack CB, right? I think as long as you can land a running attack as the person is casting Pursuers, it's no problem. The problem comes in when someone can cast Pursuers for free. Now, for the tournament, I haven't decided whether Pursuers is going to be allowed or not. Part of the reason why I'm having these fights is also to determine whether or not something should be allowed. Right. Like, if people start at the opposite corners, you see the two opposite corners right here? There's the one corner where, oh, you see, the invulnerability frames is too much for the magic user to overcome. Oftentimes. Right. But if we start at the opposite corners, the Pursuer's user has enough time. Alright, see you, Spades. So if we start at opposite corners, right? Both players have enough time to cast basically whatever they want before a melee player can reach them. So I think if the starting positions are fixed, Pursuers will be less of a problem. But people who are actually playing the game, definitely let me know what you guys are thinking, right? And those who are playing right now, one of you guys might have to die in order for Zane to show up. Yes, you must use DSCM. You must use DSCM, Zane. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get a little bit of coffee. I'll be right back. Coffee. Coffee is coffee, Lord. It's only food that is not food. Oh, what? that's a lot of damage. Look, guys, Fisto is a beast. Fisto's very, very adept at this game. I didn't believe people. I just kind of wanted to see it for myself, but I've seen it for myself. And Fisto's a beast. So, but the reality of the situation is, right, there's a lot of these OGs like Spades, Fisto, Zane, people coming back for the PTDE tournament. However, the current reigning champion is the end, right? So we're in a situation where all these admittedly very strong players are coming back, but they are actually the underdogs now. You know how things go. You know how things in gaming go, right? Things advance, new tech is discovered. Older players, players that used to not necessarily be top tier, like the contenders, some of them have become oppressively good, right? And as far as old school players go, their skills have deteriorated, right? Because they've stopped playing. All right, Fisto, thanks for playing, man. GG's. So we have a mid mage coming in from Plague. What's good about this is that it's giving people some practice against the mage archetype. I don't know if Pursuers is going to be allowed or not, but from what I've seen so far, it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. Right? You can iframe through most of Magic, but you have to be smart about it. You can't just go willy-nilly and just approach it however you want. I'm gonna try to give Zane some trouble here with my Magic build. Oh, the spam is definitely real. Got him. No! No! I thought I had him. Zane's tough. Zane's tough. Okay, see, this is actually fun. This is actually fun. Very much of a challenge, right? To the point where I really don't know if Fast Mage is the answer. Maybe Plague has the right idea with the mid mage, but look, as you can see, guys, Zane is able to use aggression on a mage and do very well, right? People usually say something like, oh, playing against a mage is very passive and it makes the game boring. Actually, not really. if you look at what Zane is doing, he's being he's getting effective aggression off on even someone with HCSM or Pursuer Zone. Daz, use Dragon Blood. Yeah, I don't have Dragon Blood on me right now, which is, I know that's weird, but I don't think I have the mod. I don't think I have the mod on me for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't see Dragon Blood. I'll have to go get it. Since when did Plague start using mid-mage? It's kind of an interesting... Oh, yo, that's a huge damage from the desync. See, that's what I'm saying, right? It's not that desync is too strong. It's that it creates situations that may... Oh, shit. It may cause drama for the set, right? Because someone might get desynced so hard that they die out of nowhere. Or someone might not be like familiar, you know, it just creates drama in the chat. That's the main gripe against desync, I think. So if desync is removed from... Oh wow, he found a backstab there. If desync is removed from the tournament, it will only be because... Nice. It will only be because it's a platform for drama. If it didn't cause so much drama, then, you know, I would absolutely allow it. Oh no, there's another player here. I think it's just best for the matchmaking if Undead is off. Because when Undead is on, it's hard to get like other players to join. Wait, hold on, I see a red sign. Who is I Might Be a Femboy? Who is Femboy? I see that name all the time. Okay, but it might be multiple people using some sort of famous internet meme or something, but it might be the same person. Oh, it's from Deer. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, see, okay. Oh my god, and even the desync is so broken in PTDE. It is so wildly ratchet in PTDE. Like, it's... Oh my god. Oh, dude. But that Dark Bead just went off into the other galaxy, dude. Oh, almost death. Holy shit. You can't trust your eyes at all against desync. You cannot trust your eyes. Like, you have to be on some Jedi shit. Oh, damn. Did he win? He's dead. No, he's not dead. Ah, he's alive. Oh my god, he just turned around there? Holy shit, dude. As Zane gets tagged by the wrath of his ghost. Okay. Let's see. Zane versus Fromdeer. At least Zane got some practice in with Visto. I mean, both players are really some of my who I consider to be favorites in the tournament. Like, I just don't know how some of these matchups are gonna go. There's so many variables, and while I think It Is the End is still the overall favorite, there's so many potential matchups that could go either way in the middle that I think the semifinals of this tournament is gonna be really interesting. What makes sense? Well, because okay, From Deer is someone that I started seeing recently. Oh, I can't even fight him. I started seeing From Deer recently because he started joining the tournaments and the fight clubs. And then I also started seeing the name Femboy recently from Discords and whatnot. So that's what I mean by it makes sense, is the timing. I actually don't know if I'm not kink shaming him. Look, okay, not everything should be accepted. First of all right, not everything should be accepted. Okay, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm just not that liberal. Okay, we can't normalize everything, guys. We can't. To normalize everything is to have no standards. Yeah, homophobe. Okay, look. There's a real conversation here, and there's like the talking points here. And I could talk about the real conversation, but not many people are ready for that. Dude, okay, how can I possibly be homophobic if, first of all, okay, if everything is normalized, being homophobic should be normalized too, right? But I ask you this, how can I be homophobic if I do jujitsu? I'm wrestling and strangling sweaty men all day. How can I possibly be homophobic? If anything, I'm pro-gay. You don't think I can be on Twitch? Okay, so Life of Vintage understands. Life of Vintage understands. It is. I mean, I'm just calling it like it is, man. Okay, look, jujitsu is so grappling in general. Grappling where two guys are like grappling each other is, from a conventional standpoint, just looks very homoerotic, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of gay people do grappling sports. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just the reality of the sport. Look, you can be like it puts BJJ practitioner. So it puts BJJ practitioners in a weird space where like you're not homophobic, but you're also not insecure about making gay jokes, right? So on one hand, like you're totally cool with gay people. I mean, you're probably rolling with people you don't know are gay, right? But on the other hand, you joke about how gay the sport is, right? Because you're roll. I don't know, man. It's if you do it, you'd understand. Like, there's no way you can be homophobic. Although I'm sure that's not like. I can understand why you guys think that's a bad take. Yeah. I am a contrarian, if you guys haven't noticed. Those of you who have followed me for a really long time, you'll notice that I am a contrarian. Who is this? Is this Zane? Yes. Very curious how the tournament's gonna go. See, this is good because I'm actually the biggest fan of the players, right? I'm the one who actually wants to see these matches, which is why I fund these tournaments, right? It is the end versus Fisto and Zane and all these guys. That's what I want. That's the content I want to see as a Dark Souls 1 PvP enjoyer. And I hope you guys feel the same, because hopefully we're kind of on the same wavelength, right? Zaki's also in the tournament. Okay, so did Hitler kill himself? I mean, how do we know that? We have no way of like historically confirming. You know what I mean? It's tough, man. Like, how do we know he killed himself? That's just what we read in the books, right? Look, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but that doesn't mean I'm homophobic. AI governance? I don't know. I don't think Donald Trump is too popular at the moment because apparently the tariffs hurt a lot of people. So we'll see what'll happen there. I don't necessarily support Donald Trump, so I mean I don't think he's like so the previous administration left a lot to be desired. That's what I'm gonna say. The previous administration made the American people want to tear down the entire government structure, right? Because the government's supposed to work for the people, and it was increasingly feeling like we were working for the government. And unfortunately, we elected Donald Trump again because we felt like he was going to upset the structure, right? And without taking sides, I think that's a pretty accurate analysis of what's going on right now. And now we're paying the price for electing Donald Trump. But you know, some would still argue that the alternative would have been worse. Right. Holy shit, Jimmy is balls. Oh my god. Yo, Jimmy is Jimmy just instantly went up in everybody's books, blatantly denying the federal government. That's definitely some balls right there. The autists and gays they're gonna euthanize? What are you talking about? Have you look? You're saying we're gonna euthanize all the autistic people in America? I don't think we can take that loss in population. Like you're talking about a huge amount of people. That's straight up genocide, homie. Yeah, but what the fuck do people on Reddit know, man? Like, okay, look. The people who talk a lot aren't necessarily the people who are the best at what they do. Because the people who are the best at what they do are too busy doing it to talk about it. Okay, think about it this way. All the people on YouTube that like talk like they're big game devs or something, right? They're not game devs, they're content creators. Because if they were real hardcore game devs, they wouldn't have time to create content, you feel me? So just because someone is the loudest voice doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Like they could just be unemployed and have a lot of time to post on Reddit. Like, why would a real expert in the field, take the time to argue with random idiots online, right? Because if you think about it, 50% of the population is below average intelligence, right? So if you engage in a Reddit conversation, you might be arguing with a moron. Okay, look, Elon definitely wasn't smart. Yo, Elon's so funny. You can't deny that there's some level of like insane South Park level humor in Elon. Oh my god, the chains. Like it's so insane. Most people are just scared. Yeah, and they should be. They should be scared because the world does not give a fuck about them. So this is the look, guys. This is the big problem with where America was going in the previous administration. Okay, people are scared, right? So they thought the government was gonna be the thing that protects us. That's kind of where the administration was going with the previous administration. We were just trying to give the government more power, give them more power, and then they'll take care of us. That's not how it works, guys. The government is not really your friend. You'd like it to be, right? Have you ever gone to the cops and realized that you shouldn't have gone to the cops? Like, do you guys know what I mean? You're like, oh, this person, he's here to help us, right? That's what you think. And then it's like, oh shit. Oh, this is actually HR. You know what I mean? Oh, you're still alive, son of a bitch. Zane on RTSR is a nightmare. What's he doing? What's he doing? Okay. He's still alive, you demon. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Holy crap. Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute to... Oh, okay, well, I shouldn't read that out loud. Look, man, like, he did... no matter what happened, that wasn't a smart move by him, right? It's comical. He's either... It was a comically bad mistake, or, you know, he's... Oh my god. Look, hey, look. You can't say, like, he's not an Xbox Live gamer. You know what I mean? Like, it's like early 2000s Xbox Live chat, like, voice chat type energy. Absolute insanity. Yes, there is a tournament coming up with a prize pool of $150. I know that's not a lot, but, you know, it's something. It's, you know, it's, It's a small way to thank the players of this game for keeping this game alive. And we did find another sponsor in the last tournament, so hey, you never know. Maybe this tournament will find another small sponsor, and we can have more tournaments towards the end of the year, right? Well, Jimbo, I would like to pose this question to you. Instead of thinking about the New World Order, maybe you should uh, think more about how you can fit into the new system. You know, what your what how you can thrive knowing the things that things are going to change, right? Because it's not always often it's not the strongest that survive, it's the most adaptive, right? Who's gonna roll with the punches the best? Who's the most versatile, right? You don't care enough to thrive. Well, then why does it matter, right? Why does it matter if the New World Order exists or not? If you don't care enough to thrive for yourself, then whether the New World Order exists or not doesn't really make a difference for you, does it? Because you're not going to thrive anyway. So I would say have a thriving mindset where you're still, strategizing and creating outs for yourself, creating exits for yourself. Oh, that's close. The PlayStation is, what are you talking about? PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5? What's the platform that people are playing Dark Souls on nowadays? On the PS. Like, how does that community work itself out? I see. The dueling scene, I think, in this game is still alive right now because there are tournaments, and people still care about skill in this game. They really do. Um, not, you know, not like Tekken or okay, well Tekken's a bad example because that fucking died. Um, but we're talking about some of the guys that are at the bleeding edge of the tech and skill level in this game, right? And I know that on some level, oh shit. I know that on some level they care about the the state of the tech and the game, right? Even though it's been years and even though they may not care about it as much as before, on some level they do. Now, guys, the reason why I may ban pursuers from the tournament is because it creates drama and uncertainty in the outcome of the match. Like sometimes it can just lead to really cheesy results. Which, granted, I do believe that it is on the if you get like blown out by pursuers, that's your bad. That means you don't know how to play against pursuers. So there's two sides to this. Number one, I want to avoid drama in the tournaments, but number two, I need people to learn how to play against pursuers instead of just complaining. I need them to, because look, if you look at the more successful members of this fight club, pursuers doesn't bother them at all. Femboy guy is decent. Okay, well that's high praise actually, coming from Zane. So From Deer, From Deer. I saw From Deer from the previous tournament. He's running Night Mom, which means he's probably an old school guy. His CB, his BS fishing, his movement, everything was solid. So yeah, From Deer is probably an OG. We just don't know it. That's what I'm thinking. Cause look, he's definitely holding his own against Zane. Right. This is gonna be a good tournament. This is gonna be a good tournament. Unfortunately, even though we've increased the prize pool and we've increased the prize to 4th place, you know, because we used to just do 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Now we include the 4th place in the prize pool as well. Even still, it's gonna be hard to win money from this tournament, guys. It's a tough tournament. We have people using desync just in your face, right? And it's not just me now. Oh my god. I now see how ridiculous I must have looked when I first started and just started desyncing blatantly in front of people's faces. Just desyncing pursuers in front of their face. They must have been like, this little bitch. From Deer is not an old player at all, he says. Okay, nice. So we found a relatively new player that actually cares. That's dope. And I think that's the real benefit to having tournaments and big events, is that it shows that we can find people. Oh my god. We can find people like Femboy. You know what I mean? That we actually didn't even know existed. And you know, that's so okay. The two biggest benefits to having big successful events, and you know, we're not a big stream. A big successful event is like 80 people, right? And then out of those 80 people, 1 or 2 will be like, hey, I saw you guys having a good time. This is a good event. Let me donate money for the next event. Right. And then out of those 80 people watching, 1 or 2 will be like, hey, let me join next time. Or like, what's the Discord? And then that's kind of how the game grows. As far as I can tell. I've been doing this for a while. And that's how the community can grow. And that's how the tournaments can become self-sustaining. Yeah, Oreo is really solid. Oreo can do some cheap stuff too, like the quick cast stuff. So we had to ban quick casting, insta casting for the PTDE tournament because it gives a very okay, first of all, you shouldn't use it anyway in my opinion. And it also gives an unfair advantage to keyboard and mouse players because they're the only ones that can actually do it consistently. Well, what I think is easier now to do than before is that it's actually a lot simpler nowadays to become uh, an expert in a niche subject because you have AI and ways to research by yourself at home. Um, if you have a good way of, if you set up a good way of learning, you could become a expert in any niche subject that could potentially make you money, right? So, you know, Jimbo, especially for you, I would say instead of lamenting about the state of the world because we can't do anything about it, I would say focus on what niche you can become an expert in, right? Because you definitely can become an expert. Well, Jimbo, instead of thinking of AI as an enemy, you have to realize that it is a resource that you can use as well. If you live in the middle of nowhere, right? And you're like, oh shit, there's really nothing around me. Like, okay, look at what Zane is doing. How he's avoiding the pursuers and really negating its effect. Um, but Jimbo, back to what I was saying. If you feel like you have no resources around you, you should use AI to your advantage. You can, ask it to create a learning curriculum for you to learn any sort of subject. Maybe you want to, I don't know, learn video editing, go into advertising. I mean, I'm just saying stuff, but you know what I mean, right? The people who specifically don't have physical resources available to them are the ones that will benefit from the democratization of AI. Like there's so many like AI fake female accounts already. That field may be tapped out, but you know what? Maybe it isn't, right? I'm not gonna say don't do it, but if you can turn what you believe is your enemy into an ally, why not? Oh, Jimbo, I guarantee you that is exactly what's happening. They're just trying to make real robots, real sex bots now. That you think I'm joking, but what? Where do you think I read it all? It's on the news. Right, and that's part of the reason why I say not everything should be normalized. And this culture of saying basically if someone doesn't kiss like if something doesn't kiss my ass, that means they're against me. Like that type of mentality makes no sense. Like, if I don't kiss the ass of a certain demographic, that means I'm anti? No. That means I'm neutral. Okay? Like, people are so easy to jump to conclusion nowadays, and that's all they're doing. They can't wait to jump to a conclusion. A negative conclusion, to be honest. And they're trying to convince themselves that they're good people for jumping to conclusion. And it's like, no, you're just being an idiot. I mean, intellectually dishonest at best. Like, the people, so really people should slow down their judgment before they can get the full picture. And it goes the other way too, right? When people are really ready to kiss somebody's ass, like Elon Musk. Okay, a lot of people think he's like the best thing since, I don't know, Leonardo da Vinci or something, right? So they're willing to invest in Tesla, they're willing to do all this, and let him be the most powerful man in the country, or whatever the hell it is that he's doing. But maybe you should have thought about that a little bit more and not jump to that conclusion, right? I'm just saying, if people really stopped jumping to conclusions, we would have a lot less mess in the world. But people don't want to do that. They want to act emotionally, whether you're male or female, right? This isn't a gender thing. People want to react emotionally. And this mid-Baldur side sword build is cooking. Oh, Zane finding the backstab, getting him out of there right as I say that. Hey, hold on. Who bridged me? Who? What? Why did I get bridged? Yo, this bridge count is fraudulent. I want you guys to know this. You saw the evidence right here that I got bridged for no reason. Alright guys, I want everyone here to know that the bridge count is fraudulent. Oh man, Baldur's Side Sword is emerging as one of the S tier weapons. I think it has a good matchup against CB and against other builds as well. Baldur's Side Sword is a beast. Ooh, but CB, oh shit. Trying to catch the roll with the combustion. Yeah, Baldur's Side Sword is really sick. Joskly won the 2023 tournament with Baldur's Side Sword too. So it's not like it doesn't have tournament wins. It just won against CB again. Zane mashing the R1 like an Elden Ring player. I worry about you, Jimmy, but you know, we accept you. Anybody who says we're not accepting can kiss my ass. Oh, dude, I hate that combustion. No! Spammer. Zane, so, okay, I need you guys to voice your opinions about pursuers, because I have a decent, decent amount of you guys in chat right now. Um, my opinion is that pursuers is decently strong. It's not too strong, but it creates drama in the outcome of the match in a tournament situation. What do you guys think? If you guys are okay with it, I'll allow it. But right now, I'm leaning towards not allowing pursuers in the PTDE tournament. It's gay, but shouldn't be banned. Okay. I hope all the gay viewers understand that this is not like a homophobic way of saying gay, but you know, I think I agree that it shouldn't. Maybe it should be banned. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think enough people are like not yet familiar with how to deal with it that somebody out there is gonna get really salty. Right. That's just what I think. Someone out there is gonna get super salty. Yeah, people should really inherently understand that we don't mean each other harm. Somewhere along the line that was lost, right? Like, guys, just because we say nice things to each other doesn't mean we're necessarily treating each other better. In fact, I think America is more divided than it's ever been. Right? People don't want to. People are doing whatever they can to beat the other side. Well, those two things don't really mesh well together. If you're like, I accept everybody, I love everybody, and I you know, I want to do, you know, I only want to do what's good for everybody, but then you also hate half the population. Something along there doesn't work out, right? I'm not saying I like what Trump is doing. I think he's very reckless. But whatever was happening in the past few years wasn't true acceptance. It was something else. It was something weird. And if any of you guys feel that I actually have been bigoted, you can let me know directly and I'll apologize to you. I feel like people are so ready to make a mountain out of a molehill that in and of itself becomes a crime. Oh, Zane, what the fuck, dude? Goddamn, rip. He's not gonna get out of there, or is he? Oh, he almost did. Damn. Do I think it's virtue signaling? I think people don't. I think people make conclusions before they really think about things all the way through, right? Even smart people, even good people, sometimes come to a conclusion that isn't necessarily right in the big picture. Even really smart people can make mistakes like that, right? Are you guys invisible to each other or something? What's up? What's with the We Fit music? Hey, look, I gotta find music that's copyright free, that Twitch won't find. You get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta find something that's not gonna get blotted out. It's not like I can play, you know, like Red Hot Chili Peppers. What? Who dropped a weapon there? Oh my god. Okay, guys. Pursuers and RTSR. Can you guys talk about whether you guys want those two items in the PTDE tournament or not? Oh my god, these guys are ready to die. And a gust of wind. Oh, what? Oh, phantom range on that. I know you like RTSR. So Zane is okay with everything. Zane wants RTSR, pursuers, all that stuff. But what about Spades? Is that what Spades wants to? Holy shit, guys. We could potentially have a Zane versus Spades match. RTSR with Turtle goes too hard. Spades likes RTSR, I see. Alright guys, so while you guys are here, I will post the link for the sign up for the next tournament. If we have more than 16 entrants, we're gonna have to do some of the first round fights off stream, but I will try to accommodate as many people as possible. And you know what? I'm gonna have to give more practice for Zane. I'm gonna do some fast mage matches. I want to see if Pursuers is actually fair, because I still think it's I think it's strong. Okay, I think it's strong. It's not too strong. It's not too strong, but it's a little bit unfair. But I am really telling you guys, it's kind of like, okay, look, like, you know when the UFC first started and nobody knew jiu-jitsu and everybody was getting tapped out by some weird-ass jiu-jitsu moves? That's kind of like what Pursuers is, okay? Nowadays, everybody knows how to deal with it. Everybody knows jiu-jitsu defense, right? So it's not effective in the UFC anymore. It used to be OP, not anymore. It's just some regular shit now. So part of it is that the community needs to learn how to deal with it. Now, maybe that means that I ban it until we get to the point where most people in the community know how to deal with it, right? They could just honestly just look at Zane play, right? And he'll show you how to deal with it. It's not that difficult. I mean, okay, it might not be easy, but it's not that difficult to find the resources that will tell you how to deal with Pursuers and desync. You feel me? It's right there. You could just watch an old stream. It's really difficult. You're struggling a lot right now. Okay, we'll see then. We'll see. So that then maybe we'll form a better opinion, right? If someone like Zane says, "Hey, look, this is some BS," right? Then I have another data point. Okay, I'm gonna bring Plague in for you. Well, yeah, but you saw how I dealt with the Pursuers, right? I dealt with it a specific way, and then I capitalized using other spells. Oh, damn. Yeah, the damage of the mid-mage is just so insane. But CB, effective, efficient CB usage, I still think is the answer. Zane's struggling a little bit with the mid-mage matchup. Not too much, though. I think he's still ahead. But yeah, not doing as well as he had probably hoped. That was a rude dark bead? Yo, what dark bead isn't rude? Is there a polite dark bead somewhere? Okay, we have RTSR Zane versus mid-mage with HCS. Oh, and just eats a dark bead. Damn. Oh, was that a nice dark bead? Was that polite enough? So, okay, another purpose of this stream can be to show people that the Pursuers is not the end-all be-all, right? So he's gonna cast Pursuers, I'm gonna cast HCSM. and I play patient, right? You could play patient, or you could go in and get really aggressive. But if you want to get aggressive, you better know what you're doing, because you could just get blasted into oblivion. Look, okay, just blasting someone's face with my beads is just what I do in this game, alright? The one-shotting is, it feels nice. I feel like I'm gonna, that's gonna get clipped. That's terrible. Terrible out of context. Oh! Oh, no toggles! Yep, in-game, of course. Ooh. Jesus Christ. He's alive? No, he's not. Oh, I can't fight him. Why is he a white phantom? Oh, because the others are taking up the slots. I see, I see. Yeah, that's actually a smart move. Oh, it's just to look cool. Dude, the Gold Phantom looks so dope in this game. That color is like... Okay, that's like honestly, the basis for Elden Ring. Like, the whole aesthetic of Elden Ring, I think, originated from the Gold Phantom in this fucking game. They got that shit the fuck on. Oh, wait, I can't fight him. Zane, I think you gotta die. Alright, guys. So... we are... Well, there's still people around. It's just... I think the connection is a little weird right now. Okay. I'm gonna quit and come back. Invade each other. I think that's what they might be doing. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do some mage fights with Zane, so to try to give him a realistic simulation. But here's the problem, right? Here's the issue. So okay, no, everybody's here. Okay. The issue is that I can't replicate some of the setups that It Is the End would do, because It Is the End has a wider understanding of the backstab game and the positioning game than I do, right? So that I cannot replicate. You've never played PTDE before? You're doing really well for someone who hasn't played before. That's sick. All right, so from Deer, so here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, From Deer is someone that we gained from the previous tournament, right? And I might be wrong. Maybe he was around for a while, but at least in our immediate play group, he wasn't around. So that's a win for us, and that makes the running the tournaments worth it if we're able to find people that we can improve with. And remember, guys, the tournament is on May 11th, so that's a little bit less than 2 weeks from now. It's on a Sunday. And it's going to be, hopefully, we'll have 16 players. If we have more than 16 players, we're going to have some of the first round matches done off stream, just to be able to make it everything in time. So we don't go on for like 6-7 hours, you know? We'll try to keep it relatively timely. And if we get a bunch of players, I might ask the mystery sponsor for a little bit extra cash for this tournament. So yeah, if the response for the tournament is big enough, I'll try to increase the prize pool as well. Oh, sweet. Yep, From Deer, he's definitely one of us now. See, that's what I'm saying. That's worth it. That's worth the effort for running these tournaments. Yes, Oreo is signed up for the tournament. I believe you can look at the roster here. If you just go to this link, you should be able to see the roster. The other sponsor actually asked to be anonymous. So unless the sponsor, like, I actually don't even know if it's he or she, but specifically asked to be anonymous. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's a big deal, but I'm gonna honor the promise. Is it someone we know? It might be. It's just one of the one of my regular viewers, I guess. It's kind of weird to say because I don't stream that regularly. I mean, recently I've been streaming somewhat regularly, but yeah, someone who's been watching for a long time. And there's definitely, look guys, there's definitely support for whatever it is that we're doing. I'm not gonna ask questions. Right. I'm surprised that motherfuckers even still play this game. But we fucking love it, so whatever. I think there might be a slight trend towards retro gaming these days, and maybe that's why we're still able to exist. Yeah, that was a ridiculous finish. The Claymore Zane, still alive. This is really good practice for From Deer. I'm just being straight up with you. From Deer, who's relatively new to the scene, getting one-on-one practice against Zane is gonna be really good for him. I think at least. I think it's gonna be a good experience where he learns something. And Zane will be able to de-rust for the tournament. All good. All good stuff. Oh, nice catch, nice. Sick. The delay on the combustion. Classic. Oh, Zane thought he had the surge up. That makes sense. So here's the deal. If you used to play Prepare to Die Edition and you want to join in, sign up for the tournament. If you want to de-rust for the tournament, hop on and join the Fight Club, and you can de-rust here. If you want to arrange a private session with somebody, join the Discord and message them and say, hey, you want to play PTDE? Chances are you'll find someone who wants to play Prepare to Die Edition. And to make it all worth it, I'm hoping to convert this into a... So first of all, hopefully I can... we can have more streamers in the community, right? Hopefully we can find streamers that will stream Fight Clubs regularly, but in the long run, I hope to have the tournaments become self-running. Oh! Got him. Oh, he is scary. He is scary. That's from Deer, right? Yeah, From Deer is definitely scary. Yeah, I mean, most people are streaming Re, right? Most people are streaming Re, and I understand that you know, that's the case. But if you look at the player count for the tournaments, Remaster versus PTDE, I have more entrants in the Prepare to Die Edition tournament. Remaster barely was like, what, like 9 players? Prepare to Die Edition, we're gonna hit 16. Right. So I'm just... Look, there's something about this game that has value. And we're gonna preserve it. Right? It's not like we don't support Remaster, right? We do. So... the prize pool hasn't been doubled. It's gone up $50. So instead of having a $100 prize pool, this one's $150. But if, like, I don't know, if enough people enter, I might increase it even more. I might call upon our mystery sponsor if we get like a bunch more people who join. Because part of the reason that I want to have these tournaments is to offer some cash to the community, right? Because they dedicate their time upkeeping the tech, figuring out, doing all the execution, all the hard stuff. They're doing it, and they don't necessarily get anything in return, right? So with these tournaments, I'm hoping to give some money back to the community. So the point of it isn't just to have one person win all the money, or just have it like have a lot of, cash prize. The point of it is to hopefully give enough people chances to win that money as well. Oh! So if like, I don't know, let's say 20 people enter, which is a lot for Prepare to Die Edition. That's a ton of people for Prepare to Die Edition. And, only the top 3 can win prizes. And, we know who's gonna be generally in the top 3 anyway, which means the rest of the people don't even have a chance at the money. That's not what I want. I want enough of a prize pool spread out evenly enough that, if you do well, you have a chance at getting into the money, right? That's what I want. So if I increase the prize pool, I'll also increase the number of people that get cash prizes. Opposed to, just giving more money to the first place win. Sanzoku says, do you also make tourney for DSR? Yes, we just had a tourney 3 days ago. There was a DSR tourney 3 days ago, and that that's where I found the sponsor, and that's where From Deer joined us, and I'm realizing that the tournaments still they still serve a purpose to the community. They are just playing a game they like. I agree, but I think in order to actually get the most out of the players, like to actually get them to care and practice and push the tech, you need a motivation. And, it's not a lot of money, but it's something. It's kind of like playing poker, right? If you play poker with your friends, it's much more fun if you're playing for 20 bucks. Rather than playing for fake money, right? Just play for fun, it's fun. I think people do that already, right? The community's not dead, there's people playing semi-regularly. But if there's not a outlet for that skill, right, then people might lose motivation, right? So providing an outlet for what they practice, I think, is important. Lynch is definitely in the tournament. All right, I think we are winding down to the end of the Fight Club here, guys. We've been live for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna summon 3 more times, and I will end the Fight Club. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you for supporting the tournament and the community. Why can't I summon Zane? All right, one last time, I'm gonna post a link to the tournament sign up. This is going to be on May 11th on a Sunday. And the roster is looking amazing, guys. Like, we haven't seen a Prepare to Die edition roster like this in a very long time. So, you know, I believe Spades will also join us. So, you know, those of you who know who these players are should be excited. Definitely sign up if you're interested in playing. And hopefully the summoning isn't broken right now, but we're about to end stream anyway, so. Oh shit, is that a... Is that a... Okay, hold on. So I believe I did a roll there? No, it was like a lock on the... I might have stumbled upon a consistent way to make those things invisible. Because when those pursuers released, I had a thought in my head, oh, these are invisible as fuck. And they were. So something told me that was an invisible pursuer. So I got to go back and look at the footage and see exactly what I did. And that might be recreatable. And that's kind of the bullshit that you know, we develop in this game. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. And yeah, join us for more Fight Clubs leading up to the tournament. Peace. Oh wait, guys, who do we raid? Who do we raid? I gotta look at somebody to raid. Oh, here we go. This is for Zane. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.